Hi there. I wanted to give you a little sample of some words, some vocabulary words in Spanish that you can practice. A lot of people know how to say ¿Cómo está usted? How are you? Estoy muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? I'm very fine, thank you. And you? But let's use another term that's very common amongst Latinos and Hispanic people when they greet each other. This is a greeting that you can say for it's kind of the equivalent of what's up or how you doing or how's it going. You can use it in very informal situations and also in formal situations. It just works almost all the time, and that's why I want to teach it now, because it's an all-purpose greeting, and it's ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? So when you say it quickly, you just say ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? So it's que, the word what, spelled Q-U-E, and then the word tal, spelled T-A-L. Now do you notice I'm saying tal? I'm not letting any air come out of my mouth on the initial T like we do in English. I'm not saying que tal. You don't want any air to come out. Now we do that in English. We say to, top, hot, and we blow air out when there's a T. In Spanish, they don't do that. And you have to practice a lot to be able to say a T and not let any air come out while you're saying it. So it's ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? It's not a D. If it were the letter D as in David, I would say ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? Which I'm not saying. I'm saying ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? So there's a subtle difference there. So take some practice. So ¿Qué tal? It's like what's up? And then the answer, you could say bien. Bien, gracias. Bien is fine or well. Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Y means and tú means you. And it's an informal way of saying you, someone that you know or you're friendly with or you want to be friendly with. So, ¿Qué tal? What's up? How's it going? Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Fine, thank you. And you? Now you notice also with the word tú, the word for you, I'm pronouncing the T with no air. I'm not saying y tú, like the number 2 in English, but rather ¿y tú? Okay. Let's practice some other words that you've probably heard before, but maybe you didn't know them completely. Most of us know the word gracias. Gracias. And of course, I'm speaking with a Latin American accent, not a Spanish or an Iberian Peninsula accent from Spain. They would say gracias. They pronounce the C like a TH. But in Latin America, they pronounce the C like an S, gracias, and it's correct to say it that way in those countries. That means thank you, of course, and the answer for you're welcome is de nada, de nada, literally of nothing, de nada. There are many other answers to thank you in Spanish, but let's just learn that one for now. Gracias, thank you, de nada, you're welcome. Now there's also a great word for when you meet somebody. When you first meet somebody, if someone introduces you to someone who speaks Spanish, to say, nice to meet you, or it's a pleasure, or anything along those lines, you would say, mucho gusto. Mucho means much, and gusto is like pleasure. So you say, mucho gusto, if someone introduces you to another person. Okay, now to say good morning, buenos días. Buenos días. Now that might sound strange because días ends in AS, so it's a feminine word, and buenos ends in OS, and that's a masculine ending. But that's the way it works. It's an irregular word, so you say buenos días. And then good afternoon is buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. You have to open your mouth very wide to get that tardes, that sound to come out, and that's good afternoon. Literally good and late. And then for good night or good evening, you say buenas noches. Buenas noches. Now, if you are lazy and you don't want to say any of those, as a lot of Latinos do, they just say buenas. And they just say buenas for any time of the day. If they don't want to have to think if it's morning, before noon, afternoon, they can say buenas in the morning, at lunch, at noon, in the afternoon, or at night. So one word that works for all times of the day, and it's considered fine and it's polite. It's a little bit casual, but it's okay. You can say buenas. Now, finally, if you want to tell someone what your name is and ask them what their name is, you say, they say literally, I call myself, and then their name. And then to ask you what your name is, they say, how do you call yourself? You can also ask somebody what their name is, but that's one of the most common ways to say it is, I call myself. So I'll tell you mine. It's me llamo Marcos. Me llamo. To me, I call, and then my name. Me llamo Marcos. I call myself Mark. But that's how they would say, my name is Mark. Me llamo Marcos. And to say, what is your name? Or how do you call yourself? They say, ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? Right? ¿Cómo is how, te is to you, and llamas is you call. ¿Cómo te llamas? How do you call yourself? Or what's your name? So practice these, and in no time flat, you'll know them by heart.